Hi guys, this is Chloe Rose, and I'm making a video regarding my targeting and the Burbank Police Department. So, on July 29th of 2013, last year, I contacted the Burbank Police Department to make a report. And how this happened was I went to the 7-Eleven in Burbank, which was on, or is on, Hollywood Way and Victory Boulevard. And I walked up there. They'd already broken my car in June of 2013. They broke my vehicle. I had no vehicle anymore. And my targeting had turned into electronic harassment, and so I decided to, make a police report regarding my being a TI, because I didn't know if I was, how soon I would be killed or what, and I wanted it documented that I was a targeted individual. So, I walked up to the 7-Eleven and I asked the clerk there if he could call the police. The reason for that was I had just thrown my BlackBerry away, thinking that, if I threw my BlackBerry away, they wouldn't be able to find me on GPS. The reason I didn't have the police come out to the house was because I didn't want my family getting all stressed out. So, I went to the 7-Eleven, and the clerk called the police, and 4 squad cars from the Burbank Police Department showed up. They asked me what the issue was. I told them I would like to make a police report regarding my targeting. An individual, one of the officers, pulled out a handheld recording device and told me that he was going to take my report on the recording device. He began recording and asked me my name, and I believe, and my phone number and my address, etc. Then he said, okay, tell us what you have to say, or something. And he recorded me. I spoke for 5 minutes and told about my being a targeted individual, etc., etc. He turned off the recorder, and that was it. They just said, okay. He wrote this incident report up. This was taken July 29th, 2013. And the incident report was number 007. The officers that took the report were Totem Wongs and Benevidir. Their badge numbers are 13504 and 11033. Oh no, 13508. Okay, so the first one is, Totem Wong is 13508, and Benevidir's badge number is 11033. Okay, so, what this piece of paper says is, a police report has been made regarding your incident. Due to the lack of leads, your report will be classified as an open inactive case. If you should obtain further information which may help develop a suspect in this case, please call the above telephone number and advise the detective. Any property identified with a serial number will be entered into the statewide property system. Today I went up to the police department, and I spoke to an officer, Kravick, Krabick. And I was asking her, how do I introduce videos, for evidence? Because it says identify it with a serial number, but whose serial number? Is it my serial number or theirs? I didn't know. So I asked Officer Krabik, how do I enter evidence into the Burbank system, into the property system, if it is a video? And she said, well, why would you do that? And I said, well, I'm a targeted individual and I want to enter evidence in about my eyes. I'm getting chemical harassment on my eyes, and I'm getting chemical burns on my eyes. And she says, well, who's doing it? And I said, an organization. And she said, who? And I told her which organization I felt was behind it. And she said, ma'am, do you feel like hurting yourself? And I said, no. She says, do you have any, no, what did she say? Oh, do you feel like going out with a gun and like going on a shooting spree and hurting people? I said, officer, I don't own any guns, and I'm not, a violent person. I've never owned a gun in my life. And she says, well, do you plan on hurting anybody? And I said, no. She says, do you plan on hurting a group of people? And I said, no, I don't. I'm not a violent person. She says, well, have you seen a doctor about your eyes? I said, I'm going to be seeing one tomorrow. But I just want to document the evidence because this is chemicals, and it's, being delivered by my stalkers. And she said, well, we have no way of taking your evidence. And I said, ma'am, I already have a police report. She says, when? I said, last year in 2013, I made a police report. She says, well, how did they take it? I said, well, they took it on a tape recorder. She says, we don't do that. I said, but that's what they did. They took it on a tape recorder. She says, we don't take statements that way. And so she basically told me that I was lying to her and that they didn't take statements like that. But that's exactly what they did on July 29th. And this is exactly what these two officers did. They took a statement via a handheld recorder. So she told me that that's not what they did and that this could not have happened. I then told her about the Richmond, California Police Department and how they have recognized gang stalking and targeting as legit, and that they took police reports from targeted individuals. And she said, well, that's them, that's not us. And until such time that we activate the same directives as Richmond, we will not be taking a report. So she basically refused to give me any information how I could drop off my evidence in my case. I also want to say that while I was standing there talking to Officer Kravik at the counter, I was hit in the left side of my neck with a directed energy weapon of some kind, a laser. Hit the left side of my neck, behind my left ear, and now I'm having a hard time turning my head to the left. I sustained some kind of damage to my neck just from going to the police and just talking. So now something's going on with my neck and I can't turn my head to the left. But, so this is what has transpired today with the Burbank Police Department.